Hello, everybody. Paano ba maging isang effective na pollution control officer sa atin pong mga establishment or company na nire-represent? Isa sa duty and responsibility ng pollution control officer based po sa DNR Administrative Order 2014-02 or Revised Guidelines for Pollution Control Officer Accreditation, Section 10, Item number 3. Sinasabi po dito, and I quote, attend to all permitting and registration requirements of the establishment prior to the construction, installation, or operation of pollution sources and control facilities. So the PCO is tasked to attend to all permitting and registration requirements. So paano maging isang effective? Kailangan ang isang PCO ay gumawa ng tinatawag natin na action plan on environmental permitting compliance. At syempre, yan po ay to showcase yung kanyang commitment to perform his or her duties as exemplified in Section 10, Item number 3 of DAO 2014-02. I will teach kung paano yung simpleng action plan sa ating mga compliances bilang isang PCO. So we have here the typical template for preparing an action plan. Ang mga component nito ay project title, yung problem, goals, actions, resources needed, timeline, success indicators. So kung ang ating plano ay maging 100% compliant sa statutory requirements ng ating kumpanya. Halimbawa na lamang yung ating mga pertinent permits and certifications para sa ating establishment or kumpanya. So halimbawa yung mga relevant permits gaya ng Certificate of Non-Coverage, Discharge Permit, Permit to Operate, DNR ID number, at saka PCO accreditation. Ito yung common statutory requirements para sa ating mga establishments or company. At dapat 100% compliance tayo dito. So this is not a light matter. Yung non-compliance sa mga statutory requirements, dapat lagi pong 100% compliance. And that is our legal obligation based doon sa mga applicable laws, rules, and regulations requirements. At yan pa din, syempre, to ensure magkaroon tayo ng sustainable business practices, it's our moral obligation. So, to be an effective pollution control officer, kailangan natin meron tayong action plan. At yung action plan na to ang maggagabay sa atin para po doon sa ating mga gagawin in the future. So turuan natin ang ating mga PCO kung paano ba gumawa ng action plan. So yung gusto po ng template na to, pwede ko po kayong bigyan. So again, ang component ng action plan includes the project title, the problem, goals, actions, resources needed, timeline, and success indicators. So paano ba? Ano bang gusto nating project title? Ano ba yung gusto nating pangalan ng ating project? So halimbawa, compliance to environmental permitting requirements of DNR EMB. So that's our project title. So pwede kayo makapag-isip ng maganda pa na title. Depende kung anong gusto nyo pong magawa or a-actionan. So ano ba yung problem natin na gusto nating i-resolve kaya meron tayo nitong action plans, 'di ba? So yung ating non-compliance to statutory requirements that will lead to issuance of notice of violation. Siyempre, pagka may notice of violation um, issued ng DNR Environmental Management Bureau, meron na talaga po yung ground talaga na nakita na merong na-violate. At binibigyan lang tayo ng due process as part naman siyempre ng ating proseso. Ano, hindi naman agad nag-i-impose ng fine. Pero meron na, parang meron ng masasabi na bakit nabigyan ng notice of violation. Dahil meron ng provisions ng applicable laws, rules, and regulations na na-violate. Pero as part of due process, yan, nagbibigay ng notice of violation. So ang ating project title nga is Compliance to Environmental Permitting Requirements of DNR EMB, at ang gusto nating ma-prevent o ma-resolve itong non-compliance to statutory requirements that will lead to issuance of notice of violation by DNR EMB. Siyempre, ang goal natin is 100% compliance to statutory requirements, no? Kaya ang gagawin natin na actions is syempre to comply or submit applications to DNR EMB, no? At pwede po tayo mag-attend syempre ng mga basic training requirement. So halimbawa, attendance to basic training course for pollution control officers dahil kadalasan yung pong ating mga applications ng mga relevant DNR permits, nagre-require po ito ng Certificate of Accreditation ng PCO. Pero bago ka magkaroon ng accreditation, dumadaan sa basic training. So attendance to basic training course for PCO for the purpose of PCO accreditation. Yeah. Or let's say to secure accreditation. Ano pa yung mga pwede mong actions na gagawin para magkaroon ka nitong 100% compliance? So siguro kailangan mong mag-gather of relevant data, documents, or files in preparation to the submission of application of relevant and applicable permits and certifications. Yan. So ano naman ang mga resources na kailangan mo? Syempre, kadalasan naman, kailangan talaga natin dyan ng mga budget or fund. Kailangan natin yung mga drawing plans. Kailangan natin syempre yung mga existing files kung meron. Relevant sa application ng permits. Now, every plan naman, lahat naman ng action plan natin, meron tayong timeline. At ang paggagawa naman syempre ng timeline, nagiging itong SMART, no? Yung achievable na timeline. Usually, malaking bagay na matapos natin ang mga environmental permitting requirements within 90 days. Kasi yung mga applications naman ng permits, ang issuance and processing nito ay 20 working days naman. So kung meron tayong ilang permits na isi-secure, let's say discharge permit, permit to operate, DNR ID number, PISO accreditation, merong apat, simultaneous naman ng application. So pwedeng kaya to ng isang buwan, 30 days, no? At meron ka pang clearance na 60 days para sa 90 days natin na ano na timeline. So pwede nating gawin na timeline yung pong 90 days. So let's say 90 days. Or mas maganda gawin nating period. Like let's say po ngayon ay October to December 2024. So ang ating plan is to comply with all permitting requirements. Ang goal natin is 100% compliance to statutory requirements at kaya nating matapos ito within 90 days or December 2024. Siyempre, ano po ang ating mga success indicators? Meron tayong mga approved copy of relevant permits and certifications. Pwede na natin gawin dito na specific like yung ating CNC, yung ating discharge permit, yung ating permit to operate, yung ating DNR ID number, at yung ating PCO accreditation certificate. At syempre yung application forms at yung proof of payment, no? Pwede nating lagay diyan yung ating mga proof of payment. So this is the basic example of an action plan with the components, project title, problem, goals, actions, resources needed, timeline, and success indicators. At kapag meron tayong action plan, madali nating ma-accomplish ang mga yan kasi plan nga, meron tayong sinusundan na proseso. So dito, kung meron tayong approved certificate of non-coverage at meron tayong mga in process, madidetermine natin kung nasaan na tayo sa ating goal, 100% compliance. So kung meron tayong requirements na 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at nakakaisa pa lang tayo. So 1/5 pa lang, ilang percent pa lang yon sa ating goal, 20% pa lang. O, ang layo pa. Pero as much as possible, may proof of submitted application tayo para kahit naman nga po wala tayong hawak pa, meron tayong masasabi sa ating mga inspector, regulators na in process na yung ating mga permit applications. So again, ang action plan on environmental permitting compliance ng isang pollution control officer ay isang paraan para maging isang effective PCO at ito naman ay in conformity sa duties and responsibilities ng isang accredited pollution control officer. So kung may tanong po kayo, pwede nyo i-comment dyan syempre sa ating comment section at kung gusto nyong malaman pa yung ibang mga videos, subaybayan nyo lang ang ating mga uh, tutorial dito or videos. Maraming salamat at mabuhay ang mga pollution control officer.